Hey guys, so thank you very much for joining another one of our CloudTask Boost classes. Let's have a quick recap. Not last week, this week, Monday, Amir had the first session. He briefly explained the difference between the marketplace, right? You can create a profile, you can, get a job, or you can acquire some knowledge, some information. You don't necessarily have to create a profile, right? Now, you can create that profile in the marketplace, look for a job, but it's more up to the company, right, to decide if they'd like to have an interview or not. Now, with the Boost program, it's definitely more of that proactive, that outbound engagement where we're going to be using different tools. Amir mentioned Amplemarket. He also mentioned, we're going to have 5 seats for Salesfinity for that power dialer. So that's great as well. But as of now, in order to qualify for the Boost program, as he mentioned, is professional profile picture, not just any picture, but a professional picture. You have an impacting title. You have a good video, so you're aware of your surroundings. You're dressed to impress. As well, your English level. Not sure if he mentioned or not, but to be in the Boost program, yeah. I'm sorry, B2 advanced, C1 to C2, right? Mainly, I've noticed C1s and C2s are the ones that have been, registering to come up, but definitely B2 advanced. You're in the space, and then experience wise, haven't really placed any type of experience, but of course, your profile needs to be complete. You need to have a good video introduction, good English level, and yeah, you'll be able to get into the Boost program. So he mentioned and shared screens and showed a few sequences, but again, most of you guys have already worked with any type of messaging. Let it be you're doing it yourself, you're using some type of AI, but yeah, there is some type of message that's going along. And now with automation in place, you save a little bit of time of that manual labor, and now you can go based off of those triggers, right? So those triggers, you guys will be the first ones to see them. As the CloudTask team, will be able to see those triggers coming from either Amplemarket or any other tools that we're using. Based off of those triggers, obviously any positive response is something you should go after immediately. A negative response, if we need to unsubscribe someone, we will. But a response is a response, either or. But yeah, within Amplemarket, we will be able to verify, who it is that's responding back, what type of interest there is, and again, set up that meeting and set you guys up on that interview. Because like we mentioned before, primary is to get you guys more exposure, to have you guys on those outbound campaigns, right? And for companies to say, hey, saw David Manjura, I'd like to interview him, saw his message, seemed like if that's how he's outbounding, maybe he'll be able to outbound for me if it was for a sales role, right? But not closed to only a sales role. If you're in an operational administration, yeah, basically any type of role where there's some outbound going on, that's always going to be a positive. It's never going to be frowned upon, right? But cool. So moving forward, you guys will have that exposure. Amir mentioned that, yeah, now on your title, you'll be able to mention all these other technologies that you've been accustomed to using. Now you have it running in the back end. You need to be able to know how one sequence is working from another. Some of you guys might get a little bit more hands-on, right? And reach out to us on the WhatsApp group and let us know, hey Danny, I'd like to learn a little bit more about ample marketing, setting up, the next campaign. I'm interested in setting up the next campaign, right? But that is entirely up to you guys, because we can't control what is being done. But we can definitely, facilitate the opportunity, the space, and the technology. So again, it goes down, if you guys wish to join the Boost program. And then as far as the sequences, workflows, again, it's automated. It's automated. We're going to be going based off of those triggers. Some of you guys will stay in the Boost program even after you get hired, just because there is a referral program, right? FYI, if you guys didn't hear last time, we mentioned if you keep your Boost program on and you get opportunities or meetings being scheduled and they are completed. Someone from the CloudTask team was able to meet someone and create a job post. You will be getting $20 per appointment completed, right? So keep in mind, you will be able to make some passive money as well. Since I just mentioned referral program, I'll mention briefly the general referral program that we have for candidates, right? Amir mentioned before that we're definitely going more candidate-centric mode. The marketplace will be able to offer upsell, cross-sell, any type of service providers or software once they've decided on hiring an individual, a remote candidate. So again, you guys are the main focus moving forward. So with that being said, you guys can earn $100 for each candidate that is hired. So you can, obviously refer 100, but let's say out of those 100, 10 are hired, it's $1,000. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind as far as the referral program. Back to the boost program. Again, you guys are welcome to stay even after you get, the job. If you wish to leave before, that can happen. The only situation where I've seen this to happen is when either someone's found a job, no longer looking, right? Either because they found a job or they're taking a break. But overall, you're getting exposure. You don't have to pay absolutely anything. You're getting more knowledge and some passive income, right? So the boost program is intended exactly for that. So we can actually turn on that proactive side to it, because I know that's been one of the main questions that you guys are asking. So in the marketplace, I create my profile. Is that basically it? Besides applying, if you have a top rated or a top rated plus badge, that is all you can do, right? That is all you can pretty much do. When it comes to the marketplace, you can always acquire more knowledge and place that in your profile, make a new video, add some new technology that you've acquired, some new knowledge once again, and add that to your profile so it's even more appealing or impacting, right? So that is something we can do. Now on the boost side, this is where the campaigns are going. And I know Amir mentioned this before. You guys can definitely, find a job through the marketplace. And if you do it elsewhere, that's fine as well. If we're able to help you in that process, that's also a positive. So these are things you can, take into action on your own. Now, not saying you should go out and start purchasing a bunch of software. You should use this free software, the freemiums that are being given as of now, and then be able to replicate that, mirror that for your own personal use. Or if you get a job, maybe within that job, they don't have workflows, sequences, all these technologies out there. You'll be able to refer them over to the CloudTask marketplace, where it's going to be easier for them to think about a new software. Let it be a dialer, let it be a CRM, because those questions do come up when you guys get hired. Typically, we want companies to already have all of those things in place, but at times, they might have a CRM, still thinking about a dialer, thinking about a new lead generation tool, or a new service provider, right? And that's it comes all into one. So boost program, again, guys, intended for that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to jot them down. If you're not part of the boost program and you're interested in, definitely let us know. We'll reassess your profile. We'll see if there's anything that we missed originally, and you guys will definitely be able to reapply if you have in the past, right? Quick live, like Amir said. Sometimes it's going to be either 2 hours, an hour, 10 minutes, but nonetheless, we're here for you guys. The boost program's intended for those of you that want to turn on that proactive side. Don't just want to wait around and just hit apply. Am I able to be in the CloudTask Boost program if I am not a top-rated profile? If yes, how? So the answer would be no. No, the easiest point of comparison, or if you don't have a top-rated badge, you should reach out, and then that will be an easier way for you to get into the boost program, right? Because the prerequisites that we have for the top-rated badge are that of the boost program, right? So once again, professional picture, professional title. We have to have a good professional video intro where, again, we're displaying confidence. What else do we need? Work experience. You need to list out your work experience and not just put SDR manager within the IT and cybersecurity space. We need to know how many people were you managing, what type of tools were they using, and once again, any success metrics that you achieve would be great. What leader would not want to see what type of success metrics you guys were able to achieve? So once again, yes, top rated badge would be the best point of reference for you as a candidate to see if you'll be able to join the Boost program. But once again, reach out to us. If you haven't gotten that top rated badge, let us know. We'll reassess it and see what's going on. All right. Any other questions, team? What's the cost for me to be in the program, or is it free? So it's completely free. Same thing as to creating a profile. Once again, take advantage of that in the near future, right? Near future. There might be a verification piece where it will be paid one time. But again, this is still in brainstorming mode. So take advantage, create that profile right away. Gave you a little sneak peek. So you guys can create that profile, get into the marketplace, start, applying. If you get that top rated badge, you could join the Boost program at no cost, start getting more exposure, more marketing to your profile without having to put, a single buck on any ads out. And then again, the sweat equity behind it, right? Like looking for a job it's very exhaustible. And if you do have any type of company or AI willing to, back you up or support you in the back end, it's all going to be, all the merrier, right? Because you should never put all your eggs in just one basket. You guys should be looking everywhere, assessing what's the best opportunity for you guys, as far as money, as far as where you want to be in the near future, right? What fulfills you, because it's not all about money. So yeah, it is completely free. What's the difference between the CloudTask Accelerator and the CloudTask Boost? So in all, the CloudTask Accelerator, right, and the Boost program, it's the same exact thing. The Wednesdays lives that we have with myself, the CloudTask Accelerator, is just we're accelerating your profile to looking even more professional, so we can accelerate you getting on interviews and getting a job, right? So don't want to mislead as far as the Wednesday calls that we have. We're accelerating that profile, so we're providing some feedback as to what trends we've noticed that get people on interviews, what type of roles, how much money, hiring companies are willing to negotiate for X amount of roles, for X amount of experience. So those are what those sessions are intended for, right? When is the right moment to negotiate? How should I go about that situation? And then the Boost program is, once again, more think about outbound engagement. I'm on a campaign where we're trying to drive more companies to my profile to want to interview me specifically, right? And secondary CloudTask. That would be the two differences. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Check out the link for this week Friday, our Boost program, and once again, next week Wednesdays. All right, have a great one.